Hello, hello, and welcome to this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. This show is dedicated to helping business owners dramatically improve their bottom line with our weekly profit maximizing tips that you can use now. I'm your host and coach, Wayne Belisle, and I'm also the founder of a local CPA firm that works with business owners to help them make more money, keep more of it from the IRS. I do that with our profit coaching programs and with our tax planning systems, which have saved my clients well over $7 million in the last 6 years, all legally. I love my clients, as I say every week, but I don't wish to share a jail cell with them. We like to keep things legal. All right. It's much easier. In today's video, we're going to learn we're going to discuss what is your business exit strategy and discuss why you should always start with the finish line in sight. But first, support for today's show. One of these days, and I forgot to turn that off. Let me put that on silent. My bad. Come on. One of these days I'll learn. Support for today's show, and let me get it in here, is brought to you by Profit Maximizing Publisher, which published my book, The 90-Day Profit Reset, which shows you how to gain your independence from reduced cash flow, shrinking margins, and an evaporating customer base. In this book, you'll find chapter after chapter, idea after idea about how to turn around your business, rebuild your profits, and increase your sales, and simplify your life while we're at it. All right. Even entrepreneurs who are making good money should get this book. I'll be honest. I've had a lot of people, that have used it. I'm using it with my coaching clients, which we're going to be doing more and more of this year. Hopefully the world won't go boom again. Though, who knows? What is your exit strategy? Let's talk about that. All right. Think about it. You wouldn't take a road trip. I'm in El Paso. Let's say I want to go to anywhere, San Diego. All right. I wouldn't do that if I didn't know where I was going. I need to go to a conference. Where is it? I don't know. Let's just get in the car and drive. What are the odds I'm actually going to get there or even get there on time? You wouldn't play a game without knowing how to win. I'm going to play hockey for the first time ever, or field. Oh, let's do something I haven't done. What the Olympics are just on curling. I have no flipping idea what that is. And it looks boring to me. I actually watched it some and went, well, that's kind of interesting. Not, so moved on. And I'm from Canada. My relatives are from Canada, so I guess that part of the blood didn't come down to me because I like hockey, but curling, not quite sure I get. I don't know how it works. Okay, even if I got into it, I wouldn't know how to win the game because I don't understand. All right. Over 99% of business owners don't know how to plan to win the game of business because they simply don't have a goal in mind. They don't have an exit strategy. Okay. Look, an exit strategy is not a plan to fail. It's a plan for success. Developing an exit strategy when you open your business will enable you to make much better decisions than just saying, oh, open the business and see where it goes. Let's see what happens. It could be fun. Yeah, right. The choices you make today will be much different. All right. If you know what your exit strategy is it to sell your business in 10 years for the most amount of money possible? Is it to pass it on to your relatives, to your family? Is it to have a business that'll support you and give you more freedom, a lifestyle that you would like? All right. Whatever it is, whatever that exit strategy is, or whatever your goal is, should determine how you design your business and what you do today. All right. Based on the exit strategy, every decision should be made in a way that maximizes the value of the business in order to get top dollars in 10 years. If that's your goal, if my goal is I want to build a business as big as I can get and sell it in 10 years, then every decision I make today should be to maximize that value. Okay, so how do you make an exit plan? I can hear you ask, and if you weren't, you should. All right, it's really pretty simple. Understand, there is no right or wrong answers. The only different ones, whatever is right for you. Your strategy should fit your goals. And next week, we'll talk about setting goals, the SMART goals. Okay. The logical place to start with is with your long-term goals. Here's 3 things that you need to know before you start. Where are you headed? All right. Where are you headed? When do you want to get there? All right. And third, what do you want your business to look like when you get there? I don't know why put a camera on. I don't know how to do things. All right. There's an excellent excellent book that I would recommend, that I recommend new business owners to get, which is the E-Myth Revisited. It's an older one. It was written by Michael E. Gerber, who has unfortunately passed away, but I think it's a business classic. And if you look at chapter 12, he has an interesting and excellent discussion on an exit strategy. He calls it something different. He calls it your primary aim. All right. Here's a few of the questions he brings up. 1, with no clear picture of how you wish your life to be, how on earth can you begin to live it? 2, how would you know what the first step is to take? 3, how would you measure your progress? 4, how would you know where you were towards your goal? All right. Number 5, how would you know how far you've gone? Number 6, how would you know how much farther you have yet to go? Look, you have a primary aim now. If you don't discover it, or worse, try to work against it, you'll sabotage yourself. I work with business owners all the time who should be highly successful, but they sabotage themselves because they're trying to build the business that doesn't support their primary aim, their purpose for having the business. Okay. So it'll make a lot more sense to discover what that is, work towards it, and dramatically increase your chance for success. Look, so what is the problem? I described the problems, and I described the effects of not having an exit plan. It makes it highly unlikely, if you don't have an exit plan, or if you like it, a primary aim or a destination in mind, it makes it highly unlikely that you're going to build that successful business that you want. And if the business you build might control you. I've done it, been there, created a business that totally took over my life. All right. And, I was coaching somebody and they were complaining about something, and I'm telling them, man, if you don't like what you did, if you don't like this business, this part of your business, you created it. If you don't like it, fix it. And I'm driving home going, Dr. Heal Thyself. It's part of the reason why we don't do bookkeeping. We don't do payroll returns. Why? I don't like them. But also because my goal was to help businesses make more money, pay less taxes, and simplify their life. And those things don't work in that model. All right. But every other CPA firm basically had those things. They do audits, they do payroll returns, they do bookkeeping. So it was kind of hard to go, 95% of business owners don't do it right. How can I say that? Well, 50% of people who start a business are gone within 5 years. All right. Within another 5 years, another half of what's remaining is gone. And less than 5% of businesses survive the death of the owner. All right. They don't. So that means 95% of the business owners that start their business aren't doing it right. So why follow the crowd? So when I got to thinking, and I teach this, and it still took me some time to go, it's kind of scary because everybody does it this way. Well, no. All right. I know what I want. I want to be able to have a business that helps people make more money, pay less in taxes, and simplify their life. Anything that doesn't have anything to do with that, I get rid of. Our firm looks very different than anybody else's, and we do a different job than everybody else's. But it's because we had an end goal in sight. So when's the best time to have that exit plan? When you start. The next best time is today. It's too late. Can't change the past if you didn't have it. That's where I was at. It was 20 years in before I went, well, this is stupid, and I'm supposed to know what I'm doing. So don't beat yourself up if you haven't. I mean, that's another thing I'm always telling people. Don't beat yourself up. Now, another problem that I've seen more and more of is failing to have an exit strategy comes into play as the owner gets into their latter years, because I can think of 2 or 3 different business owners that they spent decades building up their business, and they kind of squandered that value because they didn't have a way to monetize it at the end. So, that's another problem. So let's talk about the steps to solve the problem. First of all, let's simplify this. What is your long-term goal? Secondly, what is your 5-year plan? What do you need to achieve in the next year to achieve that 5-year plan? All right. If I have a 5-year plan, what needs to get done in the next 12 months? Okay. Now you see what needs to get done in the next 12 months, what needs to get done in the next 3 months. Now you got that. What needs to get done in the next month? Take it even further. What needs to be done in the next week to accomplish what you said you need to get done in the next month? All right. Now let's go to the granular. Let's go to today. Am I working on things today that move me towards reaching my long-term goals, or am I just putting out fires? If I'm constantly putting out fires and not moving towards my long-term goal, my business is owning us. I'm not owning the business. We need to work on that. And that's part of the simplify part, which is making it profitable and simplify it. All right. So a couple things I want to make sure. If you missed this live, or if you want to see it again, the replay is going to be posted on YouTube. I think it's in LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn Live and Facebook Live. My Facebook group, you can get it there, but YouTube is probably the easiest one. So rewatch the video, get my book. It's not expensive. We didn't try to get rich on the book. Trust me. Put together your exit plan. I'll be working hard with my clients this year, and this is one of the key things we start off with. What is it you're trying to accomplish? Hey, see you next week, where we're going to be talking about setting profit goals, setting goals that help you increase your profits. So thanks so much for listening. I'll see you next week with another profit maximizing moment, and let's continue working hard to make this next 12 months our most profitable 12 months ever. Thank you very much. Have a great day.